Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Retchfirst here. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's get right into this. So, this is a tier list on best ways to text a girl. Okay, the first thing we have is the push-pull method. If you don't know what the push-pull method is, basically it's where some days you show interest and then some days you act cold or you stay distant. But here is what you have to realize. I really don't think this does anything. Like they damn near patched this method like a couple years back. Because here is what you have to realize, and a lot of you all need to apply this to your life, but if a girl loses interest, it can never be regained. So if you start acting distant on certain days and then other days start showing interest, she's not gonna give a fuck because she's not anticipating your text message. So the push-pull method doesn't do anything. It can actually be counterproductive if she doesn't fuck with you. So I'm gonna put this in. This doesn't do anything. Do not use the push-pull method. Y'all are gonna see what y'all should do. Next is the inconsistent texter. This is a lot better. Similar to the push-pull method, you're just basically like inconsistent as fuck. You just get back to her whenever you feel like it. But yeah, this goes in your good texture basically. Next up is FaceTiming her. This goes in Lord of Texting. In my opinion, you never want to text a girl as much. You always want to hop on FaceTime with her. That way, it's like she's there in person with you. And if she's giving you her time of day, then you guys have that bond together. Next up is being dry. Same thing with the push-pull method. Like, if she already lost interest, being dry is not gonna do shit because if she's not anticipating your text message, then she's not gonna give a fuck. She's only gonna subconsciously realize, hey, why is this nigga being dry? And then move on with her day. She's not gonna take it personally. She's not gonna feel some type of way about it. She's not gonna feel latched to you. Next up is Snapchat. If you are over the age of 12 and you are using Snapchat, I'm gonna put this in terrible game, never shoot again. Come on, bro. We grown ass man, bro. At least use IG because that's damn near like a dating app. But why are we using Snapchat, bro? For over the age of 12. Next up is sending paragraphs. You never want to send paragraphs. Like, I'm sure this is kind of like normalized to not do that. But yeah, if you are getting in your emotions and you're sending her paragraphs, then she is going to not take you seriously. Next up is messaging her on IG. This is a lot better. You can always go for the number, but this is gonna go in your good texter. Next up is replying to her story. So similar to messaging her on IG, but this time you're doing it with a specific motive. You wait for her to post on her story and then you reply to that story. This is better than messaging her on IG because now it gives you that reason you have a reason to actually DM her. This is gonna go above messaging her on IG, but it's gonna be in the same tier. I just want to let you guys know this. There is never a guarantee that a girl responds to your message. Like, you could literally tell her, my dog just died, and she could damn near leave that shit on delivered. There is never a 100% guarantee that you will get a response from a girl. So there's a very good possibility that you message her on IG and you just don't get a response. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Replying to her story is better than messaging her because you have a specific reason. And also, when you are replying to her story, you don't want to reply to the story where she's like thirst trapping or posting her body or nothing. Reply to a little calm story. Like, I don't know, she posts like a cup of coffee on her story and you ask her, yo, what coffee this is. But yeah, this is gonna go in your good texter. Next up is sending her memes. I'm not gonna lie, you're getting friend zoned and this is the worst game ever, bro. Send this shit to your homeboys, but don't send this to no females, bro. Unless like y'all is literally just friends. Next up is double texting. I'm sure this is common sense not to do. Now, if you're sending like 2 messages back to back, like, and it's only been like a short period of time, it's not that bad. But if you text her once, she doesn't reply, and then you wait a couple of hours or days, and then you text her back again, you lose so much aura, and this is gonna go in terrible game. I don't know why this isn't common sense, but you just never want to double text, bro. Next up is overthinking. This is gonna be your worst enemy. You never want to overthink. Now, unfortunately, that's easier said than done, so I'm not gonna put this in this is the worst game ever, but overthinking is not a good thing. Next up is triple texting her. This is objectively worse than double texting her, because triple texting, now you just sound desperate as fuck. Like, you sound desperate as fuck, dude. Next up is spamming her phone. This is gonna go in this is the worst game ever. Like, that is some childish ass shit, bro. Never blow up a girl's phone. Next up is using emojis. This might be a hot take, but as a grown ass man, I don't think we should be using, like, you can use an emoji here and there, but don't spam emojis, bro. When you be spamming emojis, bro, what happens is it just gives off this, like, I don't think that's very masculine, if you get what I'm saying. Next up is leaving her on red. If you're doing this as a tactic to, like, raise her interest, this is not gonna do anything. Sometimes though, you have to maintain your respect, so leaving her on red sometimes is justified. But if you're doing this as a tactic to, like, raise her interest, like, this is just literally not gonna do anything. So keep that in mind. Next is the nut method. So if you don't know what the nut method is, shout out to Cohart Cam for this. But the nut method stands for nonchalant, underthinking, texter. So basically, you're nonchalant, like you really don't give a fuck about what you're typing, and then you're underthinking, right? So you're just not, you're not really paying her no mind. You're not really, psychoanalyzing what to send her. This is your best friend. If you can master the nut method, like, you are going to be like Lord of texting, bro. Guaranteed. I'm still trying to master the nut method, but I've been trying to apply this method on, and I'm not gonna lie, this shit has done wonders for me, bro. Next is pretending you're busy for an hour. Here's my ideology on this. I think if you are not busy, you shouldn't have to respond within 5 minutes. So if you pretend you're busy for an hour, that's fine. However, at the bare minimum, this is probably not going to do anything, because I feel like the duration between message to message is like 1 hour nowadays. Like, that's just standard. So this is going to go when this doesn't do anything. Next up is checking up on her all the time. You never want to do that. Like, she's independent, bro. She don't need somebody to check up on her all the time. Like, she is an independent person, bro. She probably has other people who can check up on her for you. Next is giving her life updates. I don't think this is as bad as checking up on her, but I still do think, like, you need to move. You need to move without telling everybody, like, what the fuck you're gonna do. Like, don't go to every girl telling them what happened today, how shit of a day you had. Like, that shit just kills all mystery and everything, because now you're just freely giving her your life story, basically. You never want to do this, bro. Next up is being emotional. Girls don't want to be around an emotional person. If you are emotional around a girl, she's going to get that ick. It's going to be such a turnoff to her. And quite frankly, nobody wants to be around an emotional person at the end of the day. If you are being emotional to her over text, which is really avoidable, by the way, then I'm not gonna lie, this might be the worst game ever. Like, if you're trolling, bro, that's cool, but if you're genuinely being emotional and you're, like, trying to open up to her over text, bro, this shit might be the worst game ever. This might get you screenshotted, bro, or posted on her close friends. Next up is complimenting her. Complimenting her over text is insane, bro. Like, you don't need to do all that, bro. Girls get compliments every day on their looks, okay? If you're gonna compliment a girl, don't give them these basic ass, oh, you're so pretty compliments. They hear that shit every day, and they're just gonna take that shit and be like, thank you. That's it. You're not gonna get nothing back. If you are gonna compliment a girl, you wanna give a more thought through compliment. Like, I like the way you did your hair today. See, that's better. But also, you don't want to give a girl too many compliments, because free validation has to be earned, not just given freely. So giving her Compliments over text is kind of cringe. And then last is asking her about the homework. This is gonna go in terrible game because girls, they know you don't give a fuck about the homework. And even if you are asking about the homework, you're still giving her like some attention. Nigga, just pay attention in school if you want the homework. Nah, I'm trolling, I'm trolling. But nah, still, don't ask. Don't use this as a method to text a girl. Like, that shit is gonna airball so fast. And that is my tier list on best ways to text a girl. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. I'ma see y'all in the next video, bro. Peace.